If you've been watching SolidWorks tutorials on YouTube, then there's a chance you've come across sketches that are blue and others that are black. And no, this isn't the designer's color preference, but it's actually used to show how stable your sketches are. Not paying attention to this subtle difference can be the difference between a functional design and product, or a sketch that will lead to nightmarish problems and a wrong product in the end. Well, fear not if you are a SolidWorks beginner, because in this video, I'm going to be going over the concept of full sketch definition, how a sketch becomes fully defined, and how to identify the definition status of your sketch, among some other things. So let's get started. Hello inventors, and welcome to another video on the Inventor Within channel with your host, Wilfredo Perez Carbajal. As I mentioned earlier in this video, today you're going to become a pro at understanding the concept of full sketch definition in SolidWorks. But if we want to be able to achieve that, then we must first go over the definition of the word definition. Before we deep dive into the video, I do want to make you aware that in all of my videos so far, I've had timestamps in the video description. So if you ever want to jump into a specific topic, you can take a look at those and it'll take you straight to it. I know some of you guys already know this, but I just wanted to point it out for the ones that don't. Well, a definition is a statement of the exact meaning of a word, especially in a dictionary. Okay, but we're not exactly working with words in SolidWorks, so what do I mean by a fully defined sketch? A fully defined sketch in SolidWorks is a sketch that contains all of the necessary information for anyone to be able to replicate it exactly. In essence, a fully defined sketch not only shows you how big or small a sketch is, but also teaches you about its location in 2D space, since we are working with a sketch in a 2D plane in SolidWorks. Now you might be wondering to yourself, why does this matter? And the reason why it is important to fully define your sketches in SolidWorks is because most of the time when you are sketching something, you're going to end up using that sketch to actually create a product or some sort of object. And many times this means that you'll have to hand off whatever sketch you created to someone who's actually going to manufacture that part. And if your sketch isn't fully defined, then that manufacturer won't know how big or small the part has to be, as well as the placement of some intricate features. So say, for example, I would like to make this part in real life. If we take a look at the sketch with which I created this part, then we'll see that we don't really have anything that gives me any indication as to the overall size of the square itself, or the size of the hole, or where that hole is located along the square. So if I were to hand out this sketch to a manufacturer, he wouldn't actually know how to create the part that I want, because in no place along the sketch do I specify the size of the square plate or the size of the hole I want, and I also don't specify where I want that hole to be located. So if this sketch were given to a manufacturer, there's a chance that he might actually get the size of the plate or the shape wrong. But not only that, he could actually also accidentally either increase or decrease the size of the hole, and maybe he'll even place it in a location where we actually didn't want it. So because of this, it is very important that we fully define our sketches so that whoever is in charge of making the part will make it just the way we want it. Additionally, if you've watched some of my previous videos in which I showcased how to make edits to extruded features, but also how to edit sketches themselves, then you've noticed how easy it is to make changes to the sketch. Sometimes you don't actually have to be intentional with those changes, meaning that something as simple as an accidental click and drag can drastically change your sketches. So because of this, I also suggest that it is important for us to fully define our sketches, because a lot of times you will be using SolidWorks to create parts that are supposed to fit with other components. And if you are working as a part of a team, if you don't have your sketch fully defined, then it can be very easy for a teammate to accidentally make changes to that sketch, thus resulting in unwanted changes and therefore in the end in a part that won't actually work. So how does a sketch become fully defined? Well, first of all, a fully defined sketch not only gives us an indication of its size, but also of its location, in this case relative to the origin point in the SolidWorks graphics area. Because of this, you'll notice that fully defined sketches are not able to be dragged along the graphics area, whereas underdefined sketches are. So the main two ways in which we fully define sketches is through the use of sketch dimensions and sketch relations. I won't be going in depth into any of these two because they're actually pretty big topics in and of themselves, but if I had to give you a light description of them so that you know what I am talking about when I refer to them, sketch dimensions are simply just values that you tie into different sketch entities for them to give you an indication of how long or wide a certain sketch is in the case of a rectangle, or even a diameter in the case of a circle. And these dimensions also help us understand how far to either the left or right, or how far above or below the origin point a sketch is located. However, these values are not just numbers in and of themselves. They actually have units such as millimeters or inches depending on the units that you are working with, but that is a topic for another video. Now, on the other hand, sketch relations don't exactly show us a number that we can work with, but if you've ever seen these little green squares in your sketch, these are what we refer to as sketch relations. In essence, these give you an indication of how certain sketch entities such as lines might be related to one another, such as the case, for example, of these two lines being parallel to each other, or maybe two lines being vertical, or two lines being horizontal. There's many more sketch relations than the ones I just mentioned, but like I said, that is a topic for a different video. I do want to give you a quick disclaimer, however. Up until now, if you've been following along with my videos, there is a big chance that in your SolidWorks software, you've seen dimensions as well as sketch relations, and you might be wondering to yourself why it is that you don't see them in my screen. And so I do want to let you know that these should also be visible in my screen, but I currently have them hidden. I mainly did this because I didn't want you getting distracted during the video thinking to yourself like, oh, what is that sketch dimension right there? Like, oh, what is that green square symbol, you know? I just wanted you to focus on the sketch that I was showcasing on the screen. So if you also want to disable them, or not disable them, but hide them, then you would navigate up here to this drop down menu next to the eye icon. You would drop it down and you would simply click on this icon right here to view sketch relations. And you would click on this one for the sketch dimensions. I have the sketch dimensions one viewable right now as it's darkened out. And as you can see, I currently have sketch relations disabled, or not disabled, but invisible. So you can see that if I were to actually make the sketch relations viewable, you can see that I also have them on my screen. So again, don't panic if you don't see them on your screen. This just means that I have them hidden on mine. Now, how can you tell if your sketch is fully defined? Well, there's mainly three different indicators that we go about for figuring out if our sketch is either fully defined or underdefined. The first one, and the most obvious, is the color of the sketch itself. If your sketch is blue, then this means that it is undefined, meaning that you don't have all of the necessary information to replicate it, and that it can be moved along in the graphics area. If your sketch is fully defined, on the other hand, the sketch is not blue, but it is black. The second indication is down by the status bar. You can see that if we zoom into the status bar, when your sketch is blue, it'll show a underdefined message, and when it is fully defined, it'll say so. And the third and last one I want to point you out to is that of the sketch in the Feature Manager design tree over on the left side of the screen. You'll notice that to the left side of the sketch name, we will have a little minus sign in parentheses, and this just means that your sketch is underdefined, as you'll notice that when it is fully defined, we don't have that parentheses with the minus sign. So these are the three things to be on the lookout for to find out if your sketch is fully defined or underdefined. Now, there's also the possibility of your sketch becoming overdefined, but I don't want to get into that for this video. Before moving on with the rest of the tutorial, I want to pass on a question to you. Prior to watching this video, were you aware that there was actually a difference between your sketches being blue or being black? And if so, was this something that had you worried at the back of your mind, thinking to yourself like, oh, I think I'm doing something wrong, or is it something that you just completely missed? Let me know down in the comment section. For this week's challenge, I'm going to be presenting you with a couple of sketch images in SolidWorks, and I would like for you to determine whether the sketch shown is fully defined or underdefined. Along with these questions, I'll also be throwing into the mix a couple of multiple choice questions to test your knowledge on the topics we covered. Okay, ready? Let's go. Be sure to share your answers with the rest of the Inventor community down in the comment section, and also take a look at the right answers near the bottom of the video description to see if you got them correct. Now, even though in this video I won't be going over how to fully define your sketches using sketch dimensions or sketch relations, I do want to make you aware that if you currently have a fully defined sketch, it is completely possible to revert it back to a underdefined one. To do this, you can simply either delete a sketch relation or a sketch dimension. Now, of course, there's a little more skill involved in this in knowing which dimension or relation it is the one that you have to delete for a desired outcome, but I did want to let you know that if you either delete a relation or a sketch dimension, then your sketch will turn from black to blue, meaning from fully defined to underdefined. And depending on what you delete, it will also affect how you can move your model around, but yeah, that is too much information for now. Now, one thing that you might be wondering is, should you always fully define your sketches? And the answer to this question is not really. Of course, best practice is to always fully define your sketches, and if you're a beginner, I highly suggest that you practice this skill, meaning that you should be attempting to fully define all of your first sketches, but eventually you'll come to realize that if the sketch you're working on isn't integral to a mechanism or has to fit in a specific compartment, meaning that its size isn't really all that important, then there really isn't a need to fully define it. So this is one of those examples. Other times when working with sketches, you won't actually know the right dimensions to use in your sketch, and so in trying to figure this out, you will have to interact and alter your sketch to find out the appropriate dimensions and relations. And so this would be a second case in which not fully defining your sketch, or at least not initially, is a good option. But of course, you would want to fully define it once you do find out those right dimensions. A third scenario in which it would be okay to not fully define your sketches is when you are just practicing your sketching skills and creating sketches that you don't intend to use later on, and or are creating sketches that you don't plan on having manufactured in the future. A clear example of this scenario would be some of the sketches I've used in my previous videos, as most of them, if not all of them, have been blue, as I've only used them as examples to either teach specific tools or concepts. And of course, they were also blue because I didn't yet want to introduce the topic of sketch definition. But again, I'm gonna repeat myself on this. As someone who is teaching SolidWorks for beginners, I highly suggest that you fully define all of your sketches. So there you have it, guys. You now understand the concept of full sketch definition in SolidWorks. However, this doesn't yet mean that you know how to fully define a sketch. So that is a topic that we'll be going over in the next couple of videos, but in the meantime, while we get there, if you don't yet know how to create 2D sketches in SolidWorks, then be sure to check out this video for you right up here, or if you want to learn the best order in which to learn SolidWorks as a beginner, then check out our playlist right down here. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.